Cancer, next 3 days, tarot card reading. Let us see. It seems that you've been through a lot. You've been through some period of being ostracized, blamed, gaslit, triggered, treated unfairly, taken for granted. You've been through some things by your friends, your family members, your loved ones, your community. I see that you are still holding strong, and you're still carrying on, hoping to turn things around and manifest the life of your dreams. It just seems that you've been hanging on, but you've been going through a lot. It feels to me like you've always been going through a lot, even like in your youth age. When you were younger, you were misunderstood. People blamed you, disgraced you, or tried to shame you, humiliate you. Maybe because you were the odd one out in some way, shape, or form, or because you were the one that somehow you stood out. Maybe you stood out from the rest, and it made it easier to target you. I'm telling you that you had people in your family, friends, surroundings. You had a lot of people with negative energies sending toward you with that 8 of Wands up there. You've always been misunderstood, like taken for granted, picked on. That's how it feels like to me. And I feel like the moment that you stepped into your power, in the moment that you started to unveil yourself, what your true gifts are, and to proceed to make sense of your life, wanting to find yourself, because when you were growing up, it feels like you never really knew yourself. Maybe you were a stepchild. Maybe everything they blamed you for. Maybe you were just extra sensitive, and so you were very aware of yourself from an early age, because that High Priestess card is not playing on the table. And because you've always been a powerful presence, even in situations where there was many against one, like there were many people teaming up on you. Let's say like in school you had friends, but somehow you were still the odd one out in your friend group. You just somehow didn't really fit in to their behavior, so they would still whisper behind your back, talk about you behind your back. Maybe you were very brilliant growing up, very intuitive, very gifted, closely connected to your ancestors. There was something so outstanding, and probably still is, about you, that it triggered people into wanting to be rough or mean to you. And so I feel like there were lots of times in your life where you had to stand strong, protecting yourself, even when it feels like the whole world, your own mother, your father, people, like even like say you are a woman or a young woman, and even the males that were very attracted to you, even they got jealous of you, competitive, controlling, obsessive, and mistreated you. So it just feels like almost everywhere you go, people misunderstand you or want to push you around. And there came a time where you finally found something that worked for you, and even that they found you, and they wanted to take that from you too. They did not want you to have anything. And this has been going on for a long time in your life, where people just felt like, let's say you didn't have a father growing up, people just somehow felt like you belonged to them, and they had to be possessive or controlling of you. They wanted to control how you think about yourself, how you act. But you were always different, always got your own, always naturally bright, outstanding, very secretive, because you were secretive because it was a tactic to protect yourself. to protect yourself from those that you knew would want to sort of target you and find some weakness in you to sort of make you feel afraid or lose your courage. Because like I said, maybe you were like a stepchild, maybe not exactly that, but like people felt away when you had a voice. Like they didn't want you to feel brave or confident to speak up, so they would like hurriedly put you back in your place. So the moment they saw you being extraordinarily, beautiful or intelligent, they reminded you of your place. And they did this verbally, and they did this by working with others behind your back who they knew also had an interest in you not being so vibrant and bold, because they were jealous of you. 9 of Wands, 8 of Wands, King of Wands, Ace of Wands. So yeah, I feel like you are a person, Cancerian. You've been through so much, and a part of this is because you are highly spiritual, highly intuitive. It just makes you a different type of person. How you think about life, your perception or your perspective on certain things in life, how you feel about others, how you think, how you grow was just different. And people, some people, like let's say your relatives, your close relatives, your sisters, people that you would say you grew up close to, your sisters, your brothers, your siblings, they felt triggered or bothered by how differently you thought and acted. And like maybe you even went through a lot of humiliation, which some of it was intentional to get you to become submissive. Because like the first card that came out is the High Priestess. So that is just who you are naturally. And then someone saw that presence of power in you, and maybe because you were the odd one out, like I said, they are like, let's say this is like I keep saying, I don't know, like a stepsister or stepbrother, someone that just felt like they deserved to belong more than you. They deserve to have more power in this place than you. They should be brighter, smarter, because they are the original, offspring or whatever. But somehow you always shone. You always did excellently well. You always got attention effortlessly. Almost like no matter what it is that you tried, you would achieve your goals easily. Not easily, but maybe you were like naturally gifted, naturally smart as High Priestess. So someone just really was, even in your community, you have maybe a strong masculine energy. Someone was always like upset that you seem to have a powerful, potent presence, and they feel like they should have that. They should be the one with the walk. They should be the one that has the talk. Even though I feel like you're also shy, because we have the 8 of Swords, and reserved. You don't really talk a lot, but you just shine. You just get your gifts, and you just get your credits, and you get your grace. You're just so blessed. You're a star. You were born that way. Someone not just one, a group of them, and they could have all been like of the same family and you weren't, or they were all of the same school and you weren't. Something connected them together. Even though you and them were connected, something did connect them together differently. And like they just felt like, how come you come and you're getting the best things? How come you come and you're excelling in school? How come you come and things are manifesting for you and working out in your favor? That's how they felt. And they had a lot of red eye energy, they wanted to project that onto you. And some of them felt like they still had access to your energy to demean you, but they felt very offended when you didn't let them into your energy. You no longer gave them that space to be able to trigger you, to be able to puppeteer you by, like, let's say they would gaslight you, and that would make you second guess yourself. Let's say they would say something very toxic to you. maybe make you feel guilty, shame, or bad, and that would make you want to change your decision. Okay? Let's say they came, let's say you've always been someone to give, but you knew that they were taking you for granted. At some point you felt like that, so you decided to put up some boundaries, because maybe you didn't have that much to give. Maybe you were working on your dreams. Maybe things weren't going as well as you wanted them to go. You were making certain sacrifices, but somehow you still had the conscience to give. Maybe one time you said to these people, no, I can't afford to give. They felt really triggered, really bothered, really upset. Like they wanted you to feel so bad. So they would like pull their energy away from you, reject you, talk behind your back with others, say mean things about you, spiteful things, just whatever they can do to make you look bad to others and to make you feel bad within yourself, so that you will then change your mind and somehow give in to them. And this is something that they've done time and time again, where you made a decision that would be like in your best interest, but then you end up changing your mind and giving to these people, giving in to them, even though they really don't very much care about you like that. And I'm sorry, that this message is sounding like this, but the High Priestess card and the Strength card is on the table. I want you to know that this has been something going on since you were younger. It's nothing new, and you know it, but somehow you've just always fought your way out. You made excuses, you rationalized, you reasoned things out. You say you come to some inner standing, you thought higher, you thought in a higher place. You made certain excuses as to why this was happening, why that was happening. So even up until this age, you're probably just coming to a realization that you've been taken for granted, and something has not really been good serving your energy, because they've sort of always wanted to block you. You give me black sheep energy, even though you might not mean to. That's still the role that you seem to play in the community or in your family. And when it comes to your relationships, you had partners that you shared your soul with, and they kept secrets with other people, things they never would tell you. They had these relationships or conversations with other people, like they don't include you in, and like if you would ask about it, they shunned you or made you feel like you were not supposed to know certain things. So you've been through quite a lot of injustice when it comes to relationships that you have in your family, in your personal relationships, and in your community. And it's been going on for so long. But I know that you are strong. You're strong here, very courageous. There's no one like you. And that is one of the things that these jealous people know. That is what they knew all along. That even in the face of adversity, you still manage to put out effort, to be cheerful, to cheer yourself on, to smile, to come through, to show up your better self, to show up your best self, Cancer. And some of them know that even when they try their utmost best, even when they try their hardest, they can't go as hard as you. And you're over here not even realizing how hard you're going. Because people trying to go as hard as you, but when they get even more upset, Cancer, when they look and they realize that they can't keep up with you. I really do pray and hope for positivity, prosperity, love, abundance, new things to come into your life. I pray for miracles in abundance. I pray your dream life. I pray breakthroughs. You know what I'm saying? For you. I know, and that could be what you are praying for. Some of you, Cancers, you're not having a break because this is coming from your own mother, your own father. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of difficult. It's kind of a tricky situation. But we'll leave these messages here. We had the World card on the bottom of the deck. And we'll see what happens in our next one. Much love. Take care. All the best to you on your journey. Thanks for being a part of this channel. And see you next time.